First step toward being innovative is to realize that you can be. Invention and innovation are not genetic. They are something that can be learned. It's something that you do on purpose. I mean, if I can invent Ethernet, certainly you can. It's just a question of being determined to do it and to keep working on it and become more and more innovative every day.
Ethernet has become a brand, and it has these attributes that I'll enumerate, and that brand works. And so I'm urging you to stick with it and go with the force and not go over to the dark side. Ethernet is native packet mode, and it knows where it sits in the levels of the architecture. Ethernet is always built faster than is currently needed. Build it and they will come.
We now have this huge collaborative intelligence tool we never had before. We can now apply all these brains, 6 billion brains, to the solving of energy. We can use the internet as a substitution for transportation. We can use the actual architecture of the internet as a model for the architecture of how we're going to solve energy.
You all are my favorite people. You're entrepreneurs, and I have some advice for you, and it's consistent with the advice you got from Brad yesterday. Building your networks is the most important thing you can do to assuring the success of your company. Your customer networks, your networks of possible employees, your supplier networks, your investor networks. You make promises. And you start with little promises, like as George was just saying, I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock. If you break that promise, you're going to have a hard time selling your product. You got to keep the little promises and then make successively bigger promises, and eventually the customer will realize you're promising him that the product's going to work like you said, and then they will buy it.
The new traffics, quite familiar to you, would be video, mobile, and embedded, which are now invading the internet. And then the industries that are ripe for disruption. These are really big ones now. Forget these little ones like advertising. This is big. This is education, energy, and healthcare. All three crying out for disruption, and we are about to do it to them again.